You see, Mike, threats are part of wrestling, you know? But you gotta look at the person that's making the threats. This fat son of a bitch is challenging all of us, has been world champions before, been in this business 15, 20 years, and this fat son of a bitch is gonna challenge us all out.
Calm down, okay? All right?
He's fat!
And welcome to OSW Review, the old school wrestling video podcast, filmed in glorious grapple vision and encoded with blast processing. We chronologically critique wrestling storylines, pay-per-view by pay-per-view. This is your host. Let me be your genial guide on this macabre medieval meander. I'm Count von Count Hogan, Jay Hunter. Baron von what Baron? Hey! Oh, so you having any of this?
Zero.
The Duke of Disagree. It's OSW 118 Steiner Impact, and it's coming up right now.
And he's got hate ducks! Hit the ducks! Yes! We love you, Scott Steiner!
Welcome, Noggers! Happy days are here again. Ooh, did you like our last jaunt into Impact, the live Impact HD?
Loved it. I love how it's so different to Nitro, but yet so sweet.
Sorry. I love that. That was my favourite bit from the last show.
How did the last show do? Did people like it?
Oh, they were like, oh, my son.
How many views are we at now?
We have over...
More than TNA got.
We have 12 views, and 6 of them was from this computer alone. So, you know, posting about Vegas Impact. So, if you want to check who's that on Facebook?
Oh, no way. We have Mr. Booker T himself replying to Jay's post saying, y'all better put some respect on my name. What a guy. Don't worry, Booker. I do, and I'm sure the you lads as well have nothing but good things to say about you in this episode.
But we will show him both the appropriate amount and a little more respect.
We want respect.
You know, Joe gave me no respect.
Respect.
Joe gave Scott Hall no respect.
Respect.
I just want to say, I think people liked a quote that I made that I just want to say, if it is quote of the year, it's Jay. Jay wrote it. I just said it. So you can splice in that bit if you
Okay. Excellent. Lads, it's been 12 years in the business.
12 years.
This business of show.
Yep. Crossing generations, lads. Getting old.
Any wisdom for me? Anything?
No, I'm a gobshite.
Well, I would say getting old, but never look better.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's a lie, but I won't contest it.
How do you feel, Jay?
To be honest, like, my 20s were fine, and I enjoyed my 30s more than my 20s, so I'm hoping by the same trajectory, my 40s will be... Okay. All downhill.
Steve, do you remember I remember, I say you do as well, the first episode ever? The very first. Yeah, it was great.
There was something magical about the first episode.
No, there was.
Magnetic.
I think it's pretty fair to say it's the best one that's ever happened.
Objectively, yes.
Yeah. Maybe you can add in, like Matthew and, just take it to the next level or something. But.
Okay, so can you give any advice to our listeners at home?
In general life advice?
Yeah, just general life advice. Yeah?
Be good to yourself and each other.
There we go.
That's it.
That's good.
Completely
That's good.
original. OOC 2023.
Okay.
Sorry, do you know what we haven't done in ages? What was number one? I enjoyed that game,
The pop culture rewind.
Yeah.
Why don't we do it when we hit 2009? because we're doing the end of.
Can we do it now?
Well, I don't have it. Like,
do it now. Yeah. Look it up.
and the number one is old Graham. He ain't what she used to be. Ain't what she used to be. Okay, just real quick here. October 18, 2008, a milestone in wrestling because Hulk Hogan Celebrity Championship Wrestling has just debuted.
Boner douche.
Yes! Hogan, Bischoff, Beaver, Jimmy Hart, Butterbean, Danny Boner Douche, Nasty Boys, WCW's Dennis Rodman, Screech, and we got Stallone. Yes!
Wow.
Frank Stallone.
You may say I look like this other guy, but I'm me.
Yeah, hilarious that the celebrities base their performances on wrestlers in a match, which can be gamed because you can make someone else look bad by mistiming it. It's very weird. Like, Tough Enough got a load of shit by saying, hey, we can make a wrestler from scratch in 3 months. And in this, they're like, we can make a wrestler in 1 match, and we're going to teach you 3 moves and build a match around it. We'll teach you 3 moves, kick to the stomach, club the back, and clothesline.
Oh,
It's crazy.
Classic Hogan.
yeah.
Because like Team Beaver and Team Nasty Boy, and it is in.
Did you say Team Lesnar?
No, Team Leslie.
Oh,
Ed
woo.
Leslie. He is
Brock
not
Lesnar versus Knobs. Sign me up.
The CCW Championship Belt.
It is intensely edited with crazy crowd sweetening, like the worst you've ever heard, because there's these people who, they don't do anything. There's a man who so why are you here? I've never seen wrestling, I don't know what it is. And it's like, well, that's great. The other one's like, I have 5 kids. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, good for you getting out of the house, you know.
I really have never actually even watched it, but I'm definitely up for the competition.
Anyway, Boner Douche. Jeez, Hogan loves him. He's like, oh, you Mr. Cullen, you should have been a wrestler. And he does. He's very good. He's got the facials and the overacting and stuff like that. He's quite adept. But these nobodies going around and, I don't know, kissing their arms or whatever, and all the crowd go, wah, wah. It's like straight out of the Thunderdome during lockdown, you know?
Brilliant.
It's garbage reality TV and lasted 8 episodes and never released on DVD or streaming network. Sadly, I'd love to, have all of it. And anyway, Fun Ska, Nikki Ziering, who is a Playboy woman 11 years ago in 97, got pregnant during the shoot. And Bischoff and Bubba Love Sponge joked that it's Ed Leslie's kid. Bubba got on the blower to Beaver, joking, hey, TMZ, they're reporting you're the dad. And Ed Leslie, he was eating dinner with his family at the time.
Oh my God.
And he just responded, I wasn't the only dog in the pen. And that all the lads were in on it, except Brian Knobs.
Yeah.
And that's it.
He said.
Brian Knobs got nothing. Everyone else got to go on the bike. Anyway, there you go.
Wow.
Taking a is one of the hardest parts in professional wrestling.
TNA Wrestling. Cross the line.
TNA Wrestling. Cross the line. It's October 30th, 2008 from the Impact Zone in Orlando, Florida. The making of the Mafia.
Jay, the HD Impact Zone. It's slightly different now.
Do you like the subtitles?
It's different, quite unique.
And it tells you what episode it is off the bat instead of the date. It's like, okay, this is that Impact,
Although you don't want to give away anything either, so.
Making of Mafia. Yeah, that's generic enough.
That's fine, but
Yeah.
in general.
Yeah. They didn't call it Steiner Impact.
Yeah. Steiner joins the main event Mafia in the last 5 minutes. Yeah.
Cross the Line theme song. This is my destiny. This is the truth I see. It's for the real man.
Across the line. Everybody doing their thing. I've been doing what I've been doing. I've been doing my thing.
They say left and I say right. I say up and they say shite. My favorite lyric in it, because it's pro TNA stuff, except for no possibility, originality. Jesus, mate. AJ and Joe in ring promo to kick off. AJ cuts an impassioned promo saying TNA has grown leaps and bounds, so has the talent. But 3/4 of the main event Mafia guys put WCW out of business. AJ's like, this is about you. And it cut. And it's oh, we missed something.
Oh.
I went into the live version. No, it's cut as well.
Oh, really? Okay.
You want to call you guys the main event Mafia? Well, let me tell you this. This isn't about you. Well, let me tell you this. This isn't about you.
It's just, this massive angle where you create a new faction. Just cut. We need more Roxxi. We can't cut Roxxi. We can't cut Roxxi.
No.
A devastating 40 seconds or whatever.
She's in the toilet.
Roxy's Roxy's gonna get over, lads.
It's the bane of your existence.
I think we can get almost anyone over. Not Roxy.
No, not Roxy.
I don't think we can.
Watch it now. OSW Hall of Fame. Roxy Livius.
And I'll tell you what really bothered me is some of the young guys in the back didn't come out and do anything. You sat in the back.
We got our heads stomped in the mat and none of the young guys came out to help.
Yeah, it's hard to help when you've got a 40-second window. Come on. And challenges young guys to come out to the ring now, which they do.
And look at this, Mike. Look at this coming behind him. Consequences Creed, P.D. Williams, ODB, Eric Gandol answering the call, Mike.
So Joe and AJ obviously kick things off and the walk of jobbers enters the ring,
Parade.
Sorry, Steve, you're right. Parade of jobbers. And sorely missing is Daniels and Kaz.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, I'd even throw in a Chris Harris. So yeah, out they come. They all come out to Jay Lethal's team. It's all very cordial, but no more than that. There's zero camaraderie between these people whatsoever. And then the Guns music hit. Alex Shelley, Saban's all usually the quiet one, so Alex Shelley's getting up in Joe's grill and being a bit cheeky. I mean, cheeky to me is the term to use in this case, because how dare you? How dare you? You're speaking to the main man at one point, because Shelley was healed at this stage. Didn't he end up in the turkey outfit in a couple of months' time? I don't know why. I understand he's a bit cheeky, but to turn him into an idiot is a separate issue. But anyway, I kind of like that there's dissension in the ranks of the front line, but it's a bit early for my tastes.
You haven't formed. You don't even have a name yet. And you're already smelling it.
They're acting like you would expect a bunch of heels to act, but they're meant to be the plucky underdog baby faces fighting for the one cause, the company that they all love.
Yep.
It definitely doesn't come across as that. I thought Shelley's promo was good, he's way better than Mike than people ever talk about.
God, I wish you had a mint right now. He doesn't care about us at all, and I don't know what makes you think he does. I'm not biting, and neither should you.
I bet you're sitting here wondering, what have I done for you lately, huh?
You haven't done anything for me lately. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah? Well, Alex, let me correct that. I've done this.
Oh! He says...
All the baby faces don't get to talk. Lethal and ODB, they literally didn't get on the mic. And they just wheel out the Main Event Mafia with their new song.
Bring, ding, ding, ding. Ding, 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 ding. Rah, 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 rah. Rah, 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 rah. Boo-doom, doom. Boo-doom, doom, 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 doom. It's a great fucking
It is good.
It is,
I really like
despite
it.
what we've done to it.
You know why Scott Hall didn't show up at the pay-per-view? He said you weren't worth the rub.
All the lads in much nicer suits than last week. Kayfabe, Kevin Nash answers, why did Scott Hall no-show Victory Road?
He wasn't worth the rub.
He wasn't worth the rub.
Great line. Huge heat. If people cared, and at the time we certainly cared. What a horrible, crappy thing to say that is.
And Nash finishes off with,
You want a war? You got a war.
just in case you didn't get the NWO reference, which was said way better in July 96. Because this one he was like, I wouldn't mind a war. You've got probably.
So you guys want a war? You want a war? You got a war.
You want to go to war? You want a war? You're going to get one.
Anyway, this, of course, Main Event Mafia. This is TNA's version of WCW's Millionaires Club versus New Blood Angle, which is WCW in 2000, April to July.
Barn burner.
The thing, it didn't work out because the Millionaires Club were supposed to be heels and they were baby faces. The Outlaws were baby faces. Who was in the New Blood, you asked? There's a kind of 3 factions in this giant faction. The Filthy Animals, who are Conan, Ray Ray, Kidman, those lads. The Natural Born Thrillers, who are Colonel Sanders, Craziac, Palumbo, and then just like other, which is Jarrett, Arquette, Steiner, Buff, Shane Douglas, Candido. The whole thing, 2 things on this. It died at Bash the Beach when Russo, he did his work shoot on Hogan, and then Hogan and Bischoff just left WCW.
Is that when he called him like a bald bastard or
You
something?
bald-headed bastard? No, that was a terrible, it was in New York, bald-headed bastard.
You know.
You bald-headed bastard. No? No?
That was the you said bastard correctly. The rest was Newcastle.
And Hogan, you big bald son of a bitch, kiss my ass!
And there, see, New Blood Rising, the pay-per-view was in August, but I just told you the New Blood dissolved in July.
Yeah.
I was dead before the name of the show.
DNA.
Did they ever have a Dub C Dub? Was that ever a thing?
No, you can't really chant that, can you? Like, it doesn't fit.
What about try? Oh, WWE ECW tried this just last year, February to June 2007, with the New Breed versus ECW Originals. Do you remember who's in? Any ideas?
Okay,
Any
here we go.
ideas? So who's in the New Breed?
Monty Brown.
Very good. Marcus Corbin.
Punk.
No, well, he did join for 2 weeks. That doesn't count.
Kevin Vampire Dude.
Yeah.
And his valet
Very good.
Ariel.
Yes, excellent.
Okay, so I got 3. I need 2 more.
Who's the main dude? He's
D'Angelo De Niro.
Yes.
And
You'll never get this.
I would never get it.
Like, I had no...
You don't even know who he is.
I know who he is. And he's lasted.
Matt Striker.
Good. Well done. Boom.
Good job. Good
Blammo.
job.
Blam, blam, blam.
Go on, Steve.
Okay, we got 5 in the ECW originals.
Okay. Did we have RVD?
We did.
Okay. Sabu?
Yes.
Dreamer?
Yes.
Just Incredible?
No.
Rhino?
No.
Really?
He would have been in TNA at the time, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, 2007.
Yeah. Got ready in TNA.
Please tell me it's not Douglas.
Hold on,
No,
wait. Can I guess one?
Yeah.
Hardcore Hack.
Yes, Sandman.
Oh, yeah, of course. The Sandman.
And one more.
One more.
An original.
Oh, man, I would love to...
Balls.
Yeah! Santa Claus himself.
Yeah.
I can assure you that was not the real Santa Claus who sold out to Ted DiBiase.
He's not even from the North Pole.
So yeah, New Breed versus ECW Originals. It started when Vince touted Monty Brown as the epitome of the new ECW and bashed the Originals, leading to faction warfare at WrestleMania 23. Both sides tried to win the hand of CM Punk, where Punk joined the heels, the new guys, for 2 weeks, but then swerves, I'm a babyface loner. And it's like being turned down. How embarrassing, you know? Then the Noobs had to feud with the Major Brothers, who are...
Don't tell me. I know it. I'm going to get it.
Yeah.
Zack Ryder.
Yes.
And Kurt Hawkins.
Very good. Yeah.
I couldn't think of Kurt Hogan. I'd mean Zack Ryder and Backbiter. Like.
Backbiter?
Yeah.
Backbiter.
I couldn't think of Hawkins' name.
I always go straight to Trent Barretta.
Yeah.
By the way, they're currently teaming in modern day Impact.
Kurt Hawkins and Trent Barretta?
No, Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder.
Okay.
Oh, the Major Bro.
Matt Cardona. Yeah.
Yeah.
Baretta's too big for a tag team at this stage in his career.
He's in a trios team.
So he can be hidden.
He goes from 50% of the glory to 33% of the glory.
So when the New Breed, when the Major Brothers and the New Breed got together, the groups, no thanks, we'll leave, we'll quietly disband. And now in 2008, with Nash and Sting reprising a sort of Millionaires Club, definitely a bit of Horsemen running the roost in there too, with the main event Mafia versus the TNA Originals, nay, the front line, and a much stronger start with Sting and Angle heading up the heels and AJ Joe heading up the faces. Booker finishes the promo with an ominous statement, it's all about the five. Or as the Americans say,
Five. It's all about the five.
I thought it was a very good opening promo. I'm not quite digging Joe and AJ. Like, I find them to be quite petulant and bratty and not heelish, but unlikable. Kind of jealous and petty. But they are the kind of heart and soul of this company. You know, I'm definitely going to be on their side because I want the young guys to do well.
what kind of thing do you think they should be saying? Do you know?
Joe is very much like, Sting, I'm going to get you and I'm going to fucking kill you. I'm going to batter you. And just be like, I love TNA. I want TNA to be the best it can. And it could never be what it can be with you four on top. And it's my job and AJ's job and the rest of these brave soldiers to topple you. You know? Just like that kind of pulling for the company promo.
Single tear going down my cheek here.
I got a half chub going on.
Did you hear that? And then there were 5? What do you mean by that? What are you going to do about this?
What am I going to do about it, JB? Nothing. I know AJ Styles. I know Samoa Joe. They don't want me to fight their battles for them. They want this war, and I think they're ready for it.
Backstage with Jeff Jarrett with a similar but not as nice outfit as Christian last week. All the rage in 2008, the upturned collars and the hit, and with the hit in the hit. The beautiful people, Angelina mocks Lauren while Velvel boob pushes her.
Yeah, okay.
You're having that.
You're
having it.
Hey, Christy, go back to Playboy. Keep your dog face out of our business. And you see Billy goes like,
That's just an outrageous lie.
It is. It's
Isn't
fucking stupid.
Because it's the beautiful people versus Christy and ODB. Of course, ODB, one dirty bitch, as opposed to Old Dirty Bastard from Wu-Tang Clan. Eagle-eyed viewers of Tough Enough 1 might remember she unsuccessfully auditioned for season 1.
ODB?
Yeah.
Actually, my stomach. I want to get a six-pack. I've been working on it, but it's just not getting there yet.
I actually called myself One Dirty Bitch. And you can see it's on the DVD.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm flexing. I have like 2 tattoos. I'm like, I'm one dirty bitch.
Who's that girl? One dirty bitch.
Actually, she was like recounting it years later, saying, I was really lucky that I didn't get in this way because you'd be labelled with it. And my God, I have to try do it like a reality route.
But
being a wrestler.
If she did get in, she'd be paid a lot more when she got signed by TNA.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, like she wouldn't be paid Hemi money because, you know, Hemi is Christy Hemi.
Yeah.
But, you know, she'd be getting 25 grand a year.
The battle line is drawn. Yes, the war is on.
What can you do in 4 minutes? A match with no spots. Isolate Hemi, holla, slap, and double elbow drop. Angelina, amazing hair by the way. A huge blonde, beautifully done up. Good stuff. Wrestling isn't going great between Velvel and Christy as the fans chant for ODB to get in. And she does! Ho train.
Bam.
Followay, slam.
Slam.
Kip up and hot dog.
Thank you, ma'am.
Hey! Kick Angelina to the outside. Christy jumps out to Kip unprovoked, which is dangerous, leaving her partner alone like that. But huzzah! Set you up for a rock bottom towards the hard camera. In a wedgie. And a slam. 1, 2, 3. ODB is victorious.
ODB has got Velvet Sky in trouble. Powers her down. Pin and got it. 3 count.
What do you think of that one?
Dude, I mean, I got nothing. I got nothing for you.
Not a bean.
Not a bean. I mean, like, I've looked in the barrel, there ain't nothing there. I turned it upside down, man. Nothing came out.
You scraped the bottom.
I scraped it. I scraped it in the last episode when we were talking about Velvet and Christy. Like, yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I love the beautiful people. I love ODB, and of course, I love Hemi. But there's not a lot here.
Yeah, my notes for this match: Hemi and Velvet kick off, and they are limited. They like you can do nothing. Like they're just not good professional wrestlers. Velvet kicks Hemi's head, and she's so shit that she falls over. She can't keep her balance after a basic kick.
Could Hemi do a swinging head scissors and call it a hemisphere?
That's really good, Jay. That's really good.
That's all I got.
It was a match that happened.
Yeah, 4 minutes. I like ODB. She looks like a super nice lady. Good crack to be around.
I like ODB.
Yeah, her gimmick is a rough and ready bar girl. I was thinking like an American version of Session Moth.
Yeah.
Yep.
And there's a bit of a trailer trash in there.
Definite trailer trashy kind of gimmick, yeah.
Loutish. Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff. It's quality.
Come on in. Come on in. Bam!
Hey, don't get so close here. What is...
What happened out there tonight? Look, let's just forget about it. Let's start over with a clean slate.
Backstage, Motor City Machine Guns find Joe and pledge their support. Joe doesn't buy it. He's got trust issues, which is well founded since Motor City Machine Guns were heels beforehand and exude natural heel tendencies. EY is far more sincere. Joe, you want me in the trenches? You got it.
Is there a more trustworthy face than Eric Young? You know, I mean,
he is like he's like Butters.
Yeah,
Butters is a great call. Yeah.
Ricky Steamboat.
Ooh,
good answer.
Yeah. What about Foley?
Yeah, but he was Cactus. Like,
yeah, that's true.
I don't think he's ever turned on anyone. Mick, do you know?
I'm sure he did back in WCW. Like,
I know someone kept his brain in a box, but you know that's surely not his fault. You know.
Here comes the boys with the champagne. I don't know how many.
Good answer. Yeah, like the Steamer never turned heel in his entire career.
Ever turned heel, no.
Okay.
I trust Sting, you know, because he is not the one who turns.
Yeah, you think
except for this angle we're currently reviewing where he turned.
Shit.
Jay has got the opposite of recency bias.
I was just thinking of his WCW run where.
No, but you were totally right. Yeah. Like, yeah, he was the ultimate babyface.
Although he did come out beforehand and tell you like, I'm heel. You know, he didn't.
He'd warn you. Like, warn you.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of stuff going on here that's big and is bad, but it's all still about respect.
Our second contest, James Storm versus Eric Young. Pre-beer money song. It's just like Rude's song with Storm's intro. As opposed,
crap.
Yeah.
If I was Storm, I'd be pissed off. It's like, what? And he's got the much better theme tune.
Yeah.
EY, with a scaredy cat gimmick, usually flinches at his own pyro, which is a brilliant thing, but remains cool tonight. So, yes, this officially ends his previous gimmick as Super Eric.
Eric Young! I mean, look at him! He's got a superhero quality to him, Mike!
Okay, So last year, who's back? Who's back?
Pac-Man Jones, Pac-Man Jones, Pac-Man Jones.
When he joined, Eric Young really wanted his autograph, but he got beat up instead. And then he feuded with Black Rain and Relic at Destination X. And he scarpered mid-match and returned, debuting his new gimmick as a superhero, Super Eric. It was Gash version of the kind of bland babyface Superman, you know. Eat your vitamins and drink your milk, pilgrim. Or, you know, quit your fussing and a feud.
Tell him who you are.
I know not of this Eric Young you speak of, fast-talking man.
He kind of just wandered around, winning the belt, but then relinquishing it when Eric Young wouldn't admit that he was Super Eric.
That's right, yeah.
It wasn't until Destination X 2008, the iconic Fish Market Brawl.
Fish match.
Oh my God. And it has a bit where Bubba Ray gets the big, I don't know what, he gets the big fish and he's just going, la, 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 la. It's like, oh my God.
Oh, well, Brother Ray, yep, French kissing the fish before he uses it as a weapon on Curryman.
Redonning the mask with Curryman and Shark Boy as their own Justice Beeg.
The peanut butter and jelly.
Yes, the Prince Justice Brotherhood. As a team, him, Curryman, and Shark Boy would do all kinds of jobs. EY briefly dropped it for a short gimmick of searching for Elvis.
Yeah, not sure about that one.
Jesus.
It was snuffed out when Awesome Kong beat up an Elvis impersonator.
Look out! Oh, no! Up into the air! Oh, God!
And brings back Super Eric whenever he needs to do the job. What of James Storm and EY, their history. Last year they feuded over Storm's fake World Beer Drinking Championship.
Was this like post-Rhino feud, maybe? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, oh, yeah. Well, it's the...
Is that on a WWE spinner belt?
Yeah.
It's a child's foam
Yeah.
spinner belt.
I like it.
I'm impressed that the beer bottles is actually not ripping the thing apart with the weight. Like.
Yeah.
It's an empty beer bottle, isn't it?
That's still heavier than the belt. Way heavier than the belt.
True, yeah.
Do you like that the beer is James Reddy, so it's like his own name?
It's not a pun of anything.
No.
James Reddy.
He's James Storm.
I like it.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
good. It's good.
Could have thought of a better name for it. Storm's End or something. Do you know what I mean?
Look at that. Five seconds in and he's got something better.
Yep.
Jimmy John.
1, 2, 3. All right. Thanks, man. This was good.
James!
James Storm, he was beaten by Eric Young in a drinking contest at Turning Point when the cowboy passed out. I was like, oh, that's just his thing, is drinking. That's not fun, Russo, to smash his gimmick. Because Eric Young will piss off and do something else. But James Storm is left with his drinking gimmick.
Yeah.
Do you know? But Storm managed to get it back eventually in a ladder match in February. So, needless to say, he had the last laugh.
Don't let him drive. Don't let
Eric, bring it back!
He's not gonna need these either. The champion! I'm the champion!
The pyro had no effect on Eric Young at all, and yes, he was one to answer the call earlier tonight.
Ding, ding, ding. Oh, who's the referee?
Oh, yeah. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure and an honor and a privilege to see the man at work.
How?
Nobody does a rolly arm, you're out of here like Shane Sewell.
Being easily fooled. Shane Sewell being easily fooled as Rude takes pot shots at a helpless EY and an Ed Leslie high knee. Wonderful Eye of the Storm spinning release Razor's Edge. Comedy mishap as Rude spits beer in Storm's face by mistake. And 1, 2, 3, EY wins.
Eric Young able to duck and Root spit the beer in Storm's face. And look at this. Eric Young gets the win.
Here's your winner, Showtime, Eric Young.
But the heels immediately get their heat back. Then the guns come out to stop the beatdown and prove to Joe that they're on their side. What do you think? Anything?
Honestly, on the match, not really. I think my favourite part of the whole thing was Eric Young when he made his entrance and his pyro went off and he didn't flinch and then he kind of turned back and he was like super proud of himself. That was great. And the beginning of a slightly better booking for, you know, comedic goof. Yeah. But the match was absolutely nothing.
Yeah, there's not a lot here. Covered it with the Shane Sewell reference.
Just Shane Sewell.
That's it. I mean,
what do you have to say, Shane Sewell?
He lights up the ring.
and your eyes. Steve, can you squeeze some blood out of this 145 seconds, please?
Oh, man, not even 2.5 minutes. You're trying to build your top babyface faction to take on the monster heel, and you can't even give them 2.5 minutes. It's like the bookers went, we will only concentrate on the top heels. Everyone else, fuck off.
Ooh, and this is what they're giving out about, the front line. This is their thing. We want the old lads to fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, at least like you're bringing light to it.
Yeah.
Even though it's still currently happening. Because their fight isn't with the wrestlers. It's with the bookers. You know.
God, that's
but
hilarious.
You know.
Get out here, Dutch Mantel. Get out here in the future, Vince Russo. Dixie, you bitch.
That'd be terrible, actually. It is Dirty Dutch and Jim Cornette that are booking, because they just let go 2 lads, Pat Kenny and Disco Inferno, Glenn Gilberti, to save a bit of money. Kenny was praised for putting matches together, whilst Disco was not.
I think I've been the most generous person towards Disco ever, because I said he's fine as a wrestler. He's absolutely fine to go in the ring and not fuck things up.
He said to be nice to have him around because he's a comedian on the road, so he makes it
like a clown, like something. Okay.
I was. Yeah. You're not allowed to say that word properly.
You're on the ball, Steve. You're on the ball.
What song did Eric Young come out to?
Oh yeah.
Is that the one where it has the freaky bit at the start? You think I should be fired? You're fired. Would you fuck me?
I'd fire me.
Do you think I should be fired? Don't fire her! Don't fire her!
Wait, ladies, Taylor, Roxy, with all due respect, you guys aren't even in the match tonight. What are you doing with weapons backstage?
Not that it's any of your business, but we're going after that Hong.
Backstage, Taylor Wilde sadly has adopted Roxy's gimmick of wearing plaid and having a weapon.
This episode of Impact is the week after the last episode, as in Kong beat Taylor Wilde last week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why?
Clean.
It wasn't clean, but it wasn't terrible either.
Yeah, okay.
Just standard heel stuff.
Distraction.
And now she's gone nuts, and she's beating her up in a toilet with Roxxi Bathroom. Heads going down toilet bowls and things. Dude, you lost a match. Have your rematch and do your best.
Yeah.
Isn't that what you were saying last week? You know, you're nice and get on with it and give it your all.
Roxy's a bad influence.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, you know.
And does she care about Spike TV?
Don't give a shit about Spike TV. I don't give a shit about winning. Sure, I lose all of my matches. I don't care.
I'd love to see her update that every time they get kicked off a TV station.
I don't give a shit about Anthem. I've lost all of my matches. No one sees them. I don't care. Holy shit. Best part about this segment, Roxy is wearing like very low riding trousers, and when she bends down to put Raisha into the toilet, they had to blur her builder's crack.
They did. Yeah. By the way, where was that table that Taylor Wilde threw Kong onto? Was that in the toilet as well? You know, the food table. I feel like it was in the same room.
That's where your man puts all the like aftershaves and condoms and chewing gums.
Ooh, okay. Suicide vignette.
You mean
running head.
Chicken fried.
Suicide has text and that Instagram boomerang rocking forward and backward motion. Like they only have like 2 seconds of footage. So,
This is Suicide.
Suicide, the main character from TNA the video games storyline made flesh, pimping WhoIsSuicide.com. And first things first, hang on, is that domain name available? No, it's parked. Someone still has it.
Does that mean they're paying for it?
Yes, someone's paying for it. Yeah.
Wow.
What would that cost them? Like a year? Like
100
50 quid?
100 and something quid?
Yeah.
It's worth it. It's worth keeping.
The first kind of hint of this was a flashing of the domain on screen starting in August. It was supposed to garner interest. Oh, what was that? But lack of information. People thought someone made an editing gaffe. Did you want to fix that, lads? Go back and edit that. So mystery marketing was August. The game was out in September. And Suicide as an actual wrestler, you'd have to wait till December, 3 months after the game's release.
Well, that's because you have to have time to beat Jeff fucking Jarrett.
Oh, shit. Actually, just FYI, Suicide was supposed to debut at Bound for Glory or just after, but was delayed as Kaz, who was playing him, needed tricep surgery. So they just said, we'll just shelve it until he's ready to go.
Okay.
And they had multiple injuries, and so they could just pimp it over and over again. It's pretty good. Commentators run down what's still to come. Small but big thing. The TNA music is just too loud. Don West and Tanae are trying to tell you something, and it's this is the truth. I can't hear it. You have to do the instrumental, lads. Like, I hear something, Tanahashi. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
What?
Here tonight on this program, we're going to have an unbelievable tag team matchup as it's going to be the Motor City Machine Guns against Tanahashi and the man who won Ultimate X at the World X Cup, Volador.
Reigning X Division champion, Sheikh Abdul Bashir, to join us here at the broadcast table for commentary in this tag team matchup.
Motor City Machine Guns and Hiroshi Tanahashi
with his old song. Like, I know people love his current song, but I love this one, the like pirate song. And yeah, he's so young looking.
And Volador Jr. The X Division champion Sheikh Bashir, Martin Bashir here, is not wrestling. He's on commentary. Cheers.
Why?
Oh, we paid you, so.
Why are they putting this
Yeah.
guy over so much? He's on commentary for a match with nobody he's having a feud with.
There's no X Division talent in this match.
Anti-American rhetoric that I've been talking about, not even understanding that I'm American myself. I have just as much freedom of speech as the War Machine.
He basically talks about how people in America hate him, but in the international wrestling scene, he's adored because the rest of the world isn't racist and they see him for what he is, the best wrestler in the world.
I didn't hear any of that.
So that may have been on next week's Impact.
Yeah, I don't know, because that's quite good.
Yeah, it actually was a decent promo.
By the way, I remember you talking about Tanahashi's amazing talent. What the fuck is he doing here?
They had like a talent exchange program with New Japan, and they got like Tanahashi and Okada, who people who watch wrestling beyond the US will say are like possibly two of the greatest all-time in-ring professional wrestlers, and they didn't know what to do with them at all.
The mask, Green Hornet mask.
Oh, Kato.
Yeah, and the hat, the bellboy outfit.
The bellboy.
What more do you want?
The Green Hornet gimmick that they gave the current IWGP World Heavyweight Champion.
Did he have the hat with the string on it? You know,
Hiroshi Tanahashi, at the time, two-time IWGP World Champion. Think New Japan's Shawn Michaels. If you had a real-life Final Fantasy character and he wrestles, like I knew nothing about him beforehand, and even watching him, like, what the fuck? Why are you made carding? Why are you in this?
Tanners in TNA got us into watching Japanese wrestling.
Yeah, absolutely.
He single-handedly got us into checking out other stuff.
I will say New Japan isn't doing great at the moment, but is making small headway with Keiji Muto as champion and having a working deal with TNA. By the way, when I say not great, it's still leagues above TNA. Like drawing 7,800 for New Japan Destruction. That was Tanahashi's last match before visiting TNA. Just quickie. He was tagging with Chono versus Nakanishi and Yu Takayoshi from Tradition Pro Wrestling. In it, Tashi was raring for the hot tag but couldn't get it. Faces were in dual torture racks and Tashi ate a Hercules cutter for the clean loss on the way out. Hercules cutter, that's a torture rack and then swing into a neck breaker. As opposed to F5 where
that's a TKO, is it?
That's with where they're looking down.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then into a neck breaker.
Lovely.
From Mexico City, Mexico, Volador!
Volador Jr., actually. Volador is his dad. Babyface, aka Technico, in CMLL. Legit nephew of La Parka.
Mm-hmm. He's really good, but he came out looking like he was going to meet up with the lads to play some indoor football.
Hey!
Mate, come on.
TNA, they didn't watch CMLL either, as they brought him in the World X Cup and they tagged him with 3 of his big rivals. He'll make up the numbers at Turning Point before being dumped out of the company. So, see for that one. You'll enjoy that. And they're facing the Motor City Machine Guns.
Guys, after what we saw earlier, as we see the attack even before the bell from Tanahashi and Volador.
Ding, ding, ding. Dirty heel foreigners. Pearl Harbor the babyfaces. Tobey turn heel to Sabin on the outside and leg drop back inside to Shelley. Super code breaker and heels get the heat.
Flush. Gonna elevate him up into the air. Here comes Volador across. Put both knees right into his chest.
Seconds later, hot tag to Sabin. Cleans house ejecting Tashi. Flying elbow into the corner. Springboard clothesline.
Sabin back out to the apron, goes springboard into the clothesline.
Shelley gets Hiroshi right back out so Sabin can throw Volador into the corner. Double team kick to the head.
Nash and Booker T, yes, the originals against...
Shelley with a double stomp off the top to the back of the head. Cradle shock, which is a cross-legged Samoan driver. And Motor City Machine Guns win.
What? 1, 2, 3!
Immediately, Bashir back into his foreigner shtick, like he's just talking English. People are talking smack about me. I don't appreciate it. I'm American and I say American things. And then they turn a switch on. He just lights up. He turns back foreign immediately.
Look out from behind. He's got him in his sights. Here it goes. Gore!
Why in God's name have you wasted these 4 wrestlers in a throwaway match that didn't mean anything? And the former 2-time IWGP heavyweight champion, he didn't take the loss, but he basically got jobbed out in about 2 minutes. What a fucking shit. I was really looking forward to this. I was hoping we might get, I don't know, 8 minutes.
New Japan were furious with how their top talent were used.
Really?
And it soured them. Like, I think their talents kind of switch went to about 2009-ish. And then after a while, they were just, no, that's it. No more. Like, we can't be giving you our world champion and you job them in a tag match in 4 minutes, you know?
So what superhero gimmick outfit would you like? 210 seconds we got of Tanahashi.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, amazing to see Tashi. But Volador put over stronger. Originally, this was Sheik versus Tanahashi, but they dropped it in favor of putting the guns in the match instead.
You know, I'm actually glad. I don't think I could have coped with seeing Martin Bashir go over Tanners.
Oh my God. Clean.
Yeah. Middle of the ring.
Oh, we could put him in a camel clutch and just have him tap out. Just say, no, Bashir, I can't take it. Please.
Take my IWGP belt. Please. You are the best international wrestler in the world.
Let's go to Lauren to get a response from the instant classic, Christian Cage.
Backstage, Christian officially accepts he'll face Booker at Turning Point, title versus spot in the main event Mafia. Afterwards, he'll remain on the side he's always been on, his own. But I can't hear anything over that 22-inch monitor with the TNA screensaver in the background. You see it? Little piece of shit.
And the side that I end up on is the side that I've always been on. My own.
Legends champion Booker T and Big Sexy Tour 2008 Kevin Nash versus Samoa Joe and AJ Styles, a rematch from last week, where Nashi clocked Joe with a Legends belt to steal the win in 6 minutes 40.
Well, it's not a rematch, Jay.
Oh no?
Booker has replaced Sting.
Oh, bollocks.
That's hilarious because I actually have it written here as well. Rematch from last week.
Yeah.
A similar match from last week. TNA officially names TNA Originals faction members to join AJ in their fight.
And it was interesting to see Black Machismo, Jay Lethal, Consequences Creed, Maple Leaf Muscle, P.D. Williams, ODB, Eric Young, now even the Motor City Machine Guns, all joining AJ Styles and Samoa Joe in that TNA Originals faction.
Sometimes you just need a leader to follow, you know?
It's not news, but Nash is gigantic. A big man in an era of big men, towering over AJ Styles. Wow. Cleverly, AJ goes straight for the knees. Springboard dropkick, and Joe follows up with a suicide dive to Booker and into an ad break.
Follow up, suicide dive directly through the ropes, crashing.
Okay, so Booker and Joe start wrestling, and I was like, do you know how at Bound for Glory we got the milestone, the very...
Yep.
Booker and Joe run over Booker leapfrogs, Nash gets a cheap shot, Booker kick to the abdomen, Samoa Joe is hunched forward, leaving him prone to an axe kick, and what happens?
Well, Steve can cover this one.
We get the Samoa Joe bump.
Samoa Joe bump,
the anti-gravity bump.
Yeah.
So he gets hit in the back of the head and he's 3/4 towards the mat, but he decides I'm not taking a bump on my face. I'll just go 270 degrees all the way around. Flat back bump.
Yeah, safest bump in wrestling, my friend.
Shoulder blades, Booker gonna go for the axe kick.
Caught him right in the head.
There is a worse one when they have a singles match in December, and that is the finish to it. It's the finish is a Samoa Joe bump. So
you can't end, stop wrestling, leave.
Not even the move beats him, Jay. It's just his own bump is his own doing, you know? Yeah.
Okay, answer me this.
Yes.
What would you rather see? Samoa Joe bump or a Kane knee bump?
Samoa Joe bump. It's rarer, and it's more obvious. It's a big sign of what the wrestler thinks is worth his time. Do you know?
Fucking hell.
I'm not bumping on my face. I'm done with this angle.
I mean, you can just see it on the face of Samoa Joe. I mean, he's absolutely exasperated right now. He doesn't know what's going on.
How long was the sleeper hold that Booker T held on Joe in this match? It went on for an ice age.
It's like nothing goes on for an ice age in TNA.
Comparatively speaking.
Yeah. Double team move now from the Mafia. Nash.
Nashi Schwab elbow drop and deadlift no help side slam to Joe. The knees almost buckled there. Booker follows up with a get my foot up to your head, Joe. That was a strike. Can please sell? All right.
They're going to be pretty persuasive when they need to be.
That's certainly one of the questions.
Samoan submission machine snap slam, an AJ hot tag, springboard phenomenal forearm, shining wizard to Nash, Juji Katami armbar, but Nashi headbutt from the mat. He's like, very odd. Finish of the match, Nash directs traffic, but Joe catches him in a coquina clutch. Booker tries an axe kick, eats a parlay, and quick pin. 1, 2, 3, and the baby faces win.
Reach down and help AJ when it was needed. Oh, look at the Pele! Unbelievable! Here he is. 1, 2, got it!
Ladies and gentlemen, here are your winners, Samoa Joe and the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Again, why are we seeing this match? You know?
What are we seeing
in this match?
We haven't got another match. We got 8 minutes to kill.
And why are the baby faces winning?
Obviously it's not the same match, but it's basically the same match. 2 weeks in a row. And rather than just building to the big match at a pay-per-view with angles and beatdowns and promos, last week we'll give you a match and we'll have the 2 top baby faces lose. This week we'll have the brand new heel main event stable. They will lose. And at the pay-per-view, we'll have a match. Who is the biggest loser?
I did like the clean finish, completely unexpected, and I appreciated the 10:45 instead of the 6 minutes and change. Not really getting a blood feud vibe from the major players of the company-wide angle, but that's okay. It's early days, plenty of shows to go.
It's only going to get better.
Yes. You haven't even begun to shulinate.
We knew the main event Mafia was united. Now we see it from the TNA Originals as well.
You want to know what's next?
Yeah, sure.
Abyss and Matt Morgan have an interview backstage, which is the same as the one last week. So
just press play.
It literally is, isn't it? Abyss is getting over his wounds. He says he wants to wrestle. Matt Morgan says he shouldn't wrestle. He needs to heal. He's his friend and he wants him to be okay. Yeah. He's angry that he's going to wrestle, but Abyss is going to wrestle anyway.
That's it.
No.
Yes.
I'm fine.
No, you're not, Abyss.
I'm fine.
I was like, Matt Morgan, that's fine. Just stop shouting at me. Abyss, I don't want you to be the man, but I think you're a good guy. You probably should. All right, man. All right.
I heard you.
Business with Kurt Angle tonight. No, Abyss! Listen to me and listen to me good!
I do like the background. They're monsters because they have the spooky lighting, the green and orange. Yeah.
They're monsters. Yeah. Monsters.
I mean, what a pairing these two are. Why? Who thought that?
What a pair of tits.
It's garbage, isn't it?
I'm here with Sting, and I have a question for you. You have not seen Mick Foley in quite some time, and in just a few short minutes, you are set to see him face to face.
Sting interview. Sting is with Jeremy Borash. He asks him about his feelings about being face to face with his new boss, Mick Foley. Sting says, I'm going in with an open mind, and I hope Mick doesn't close his
legs.
Then we have the Foley Sting promo in the ring. Foley comes out first. He puts over the new HD Impact Zone, and then tells him to check out TNA in HD on Spike on Thursdays.
What have I missed here? What have you?
He's still laughing at your joke about his legs.
His legs. Wow, that's what broke you.
I hope he doesn't close his Sorry.
No, it's okay. That's good. I'm pretty proud of that. Steve dying here.
This is on par with like the first Nogger and like ordering the chipper from the door.
Yes, for me.
It's just broken us.
For me.
If I can have a word with the TNA champion, Sting.
Okay. He then announces Nash versus Joe and Sting versus AJ for the pay-per-view Turning Point. Then he politely asks Sting to come out and have a word. Foley says it's the first time we've been face-to-face in 14 years. And he thanks Sting for putting Cactus Jack on the map in 1991.
Ooh. Sting said 11 years, so Foley's inflating it there.
What a carny, a worker.
He's probably alluding to their famous submit or surrender match from WCW Power Hour, 19th November 91. It's a big thing that put Mick Foley on the map.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. Then Foley.
Oh.
Here comes a new segment review. Did you watch this match at all?
I did, actually.
Ooh, yeah, okay.
Oh, holy shit. Oh, did you sneak one in?
He always sneaks one in.
I love it.
So Jay said,
open the vault.
Yeah, open your vault, Steve.
Close the legs.
He said, dust off that tape, Steve. Put it in the VCR, and you'll never guess who came up.
Who was it?
Good old JR.
Oh.
1991, fresh as a daisy, and he's still JR. He's not as good. He's not peak JR, but he's good JR. And the match kicks off from there. And Jay, obviously I spent a lot of time watching it, reviewing it, historing it, researching it. Mm-hmm. And I'll let you take us through it. I've done all the rest of the work, like, you know.
You have watched it.
Yeah.
And that's all you have to say about that.
No, I can tell you what I thought, but I assume you want to talk about it.
Okay, I'll give you a quick tiffle.
Okay. Cactus versus Sting. Submit or surrender. WCW Power Hour, November 19th, 1991.
Cactus Jack with the trash can.
Ding, ding, ding. Use of a thick plastic garbage can is not impressive because it's a warbly can. Do you know? That pops back into place. So?
Hot bin.
No, cool bin.
There's no heat on that bin.
Hey. JR is also unimpressed. He says it's a tremendous ad for Tupperware.
Yeah.
Well, it's a heck of a commercial for Tupperware.
JR, talking to himself as the sole commentator, notes some fans think Cactus belongs in the trash, which is a stark reminder that wrestling was presented as a sanctioned bout, like it's predetermined, but the kayfabe of it is that it is a sporting contest. Foley, being a weapons wrestler, was frowned upon by the industry, and that's kind of how he was presented. But a few short years later would be like the basis of an entire company, ECW, and the whole ethos from the Attitude Era that is raw and uncooked and uncensored, you know, garbage trash wrestling in their division. So the intrigue of the bout is Foley is a slovenly brawler to be condemned. Surfer Sting's the explosive, upstanding babyface who must fight Foley's style to survive. Thumbs up.
Cactus Jack up and over.
Duggan brawl to the outside. Cactus to a fan. He's like, give me that folding chair. And the fan's like, that's my actual chair. Shit.
Back when you're finished.
Yeah, because he's in the front row, so if he's standing up, he's gonna have to like sit in the ground.
After a Foley elbow drop from the apron to the outside, Foley taunts the Stinger and asks him if he wants to give up. Sting wails, "Not a chance."
Oh, I thought when you said Sting wails, you're going to go,
open your legs.
All right, the Stinger.
Foley's gimmick of taking sick bumps to get noticed. Yeah, here we have it here. Drop kicked off the apron and bumps messily on the outside. Sting capitalizes with a Scorpion Deathlock and gets an unable to respond submission, thereby saving face for Cactus. Tidy, 13 minutes.
He is out. He is knocked out. Sting is going to win it right here. Cactus is out.
Spelt. 2 points. I did enjoy JR saying that if you didn't enjoy our last pay-per-view, you're fucking stupid. But then again, I get things wrong all the time. Did you catch that? You know, he said it kind of halfway through the match.
What was he like?
He was like, oh, I saw Clash of the Champions there last week, and that was a hell of a show. Hell of a show.
And if you don't like
it,
you get out.
Basically, yeah, basically. Then, lads, it's 2023, right? I'm dating the show. I'm going to bring back a segment. For one time only this year.
Oh, yeah.
Kayfabe Breaker! So I'm talking about the hot bin here, okay? The literal bin. So, if Cactus wasn't in the plastic trash can, Sting would have taken a bump when he did the splash off the top rope. But as Cactus was in fact in the trash can, no bump for Sting. Don't get it.
Oh, because Cactus was in the bin, he didn't sell still jumping on the bin.
Yes.
Why not?
Yes.
Because he still took the impact of a bin.
The full bin.
It's the full bin.
Yeah, he took the full bin, like. So, yeah.
Like, RVD, every time he did the 5-star, used to sell just a little bit. Like,
Yes.
he'd get up and he'd hold his ribs,
Yes.
and then he'd make the cover, which I think is the perfect way of doing it.
That's what Sting should
Or it's like if someone is being sandwiched in between the legs of a ladder and RVD does like the tumble onto it and doesn't sell it.
Yeah.
But he just jumped onto a hard ladder.
Yes.
Yeah. Someone can always say, like, oh, he's putting his body on the line, he's willing to go through pain, but you can be damn sure they feel more.
Yeah.
You know?
That's all I wanted.
Yeah.
So
It's a soft bin.
It's a tepid trash can.
No one should have ever sold anything in that bin. Where I'm going. It's a terrible idea. Keep the bin away.
Yeah.
I want a binless match, please.
Yeah, just for once, can we have Sting in a match sans bin?
Did Duke Drosy have bin matches?
He never did.
I don't think he did.
You know, you're going to face me. It's going to be you, me, and the bin.
We got to heat that bin up real nice.
Quick 17 years later, back in TNA, Mick says Sting unequivocally has his respect.
Respect.
And the respect
Respect.
of the fans. He saw Sting as the glue that holds TNA together, but now sees him as a wedge. Stinger reiterates it's a lack of respect.
Respect.
And watch out or they'll disrespect you too, Mick.
Disrespect.
Thought it would have been magic if he brought up the guns promo from earlier. Like, look at them, they're already disrespecting Joe. And they're supposed to be on the side, but meh. Foley's parting words, you gotta do what you're gonna do, I'll do what I need to do. And then Stinger ends with Mick.
This is not your war. It's mine.
They're great. They're both great. Talk about safe pair of hands, both of them. Like, put the two of them in the ring, give them microphones, happy days.
Excellent promo. Both of them are brilliant. Both of them are stars. The fans care about what both of them say. Don't think it's doing a good job of building up to a match that I want to see, you know. But other than that, excellent television segment with two big stars.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. Both of them are great on the mic and working off each other. I just think it is dangerous as a storyline, as it is preposterous that the icon Sting doesn't have the respect of the fans and the wrestlers. And it's dodgy because, like, Foley will say, well, yeah, I do actually have the respect of you. I'm saying it unequivocally. You have my respect. And he was like, I still got to be heel in this shit. So I don't know. The good guys have to be more disrespectful for it to make sense, but do too much and they'll be the heels.
That's my problem with this angle.
And then the old lads are the millionaires club from WCW. So you're screwed. Thank God, like, Kurt Angle's around and he's just straight up heel. And hopefully his heelness can rub off on Sting.
Yeah.
Jeff Jarrett, look at Sting.
Come on, Kurt.
Kurt Angle, I do have to ask you one.
Shut up, JB. Jeff, how long are you going to hide behind Abyss? How long?
Final promo before the main event. Kurt Angle treats Abyss as kind of a stopgap before his return bout with Jeff Jarrett, which is a little over 2 months away at Genesis. See you in a few OSWs for that. Man, where is Karen Angle? She'd be a great mafia wife, Gumar, you know?
I have done everything you have asked me to do. And you know what, Kurt? I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. And you know what? It's not even... Shut up!
Oh, if you're wondering where's Karen Angle has just left. Herself and Kurt divorce was finalised by the end of October. They considered doing a her and Kurt, we found new lovers type angle, but they just dropped that. But there's no ill will, just less awkward with her not around, because we're going to keep Kurt Angle and he's the crown jewel of the show. And they don't really have anything for her after Karen's Angle interview segment bombed. And it'll probably free up some cash as, hilariously, except for Christy Hemme.
Of course.
Karen Angle was the highest paid woman on the roster.
Oh my God.
Her last Karen's Angle segment was with Mick Foley.
Yeah, on the October 9th, 2009 Impact.
Ooh, what happened?
Not much, to be honest with you. She offers Foley the floor, says you can talk about whatever you want. And
the bin is yours.
Foley says that he was nervous prior to his TNA debut. He was worried that the hardcore fans wouldn't take him well, because he's coming from competition. But he says that the reason he joined is that he felt like he could really make a difference to a young company that he feels is on the verge of something big. The young, hungry guys and veterans that are coming in that seem to have fresh fire also makes him hyped for the future of the company. Then they chat a bit about Bound for Glory, puts over Kurt Angle for always kind of wanting to be the best, and he says that that's both his best and his worst character trait. Then they go on to talk about Jeff Jarrett, who was away for some time. He went through some like terrible personal family issues. He's back now, and he says to Jeff to not let the size of the moment get to him and to kind of work through it. And then they're abruptly cut off. It's weird, like the segment just ends.
And learn from my mistakes, and maybe he can learn from mine as well.
Right. It's Mike Tenay and Don West.
That was quite a shill piece.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing there.
No, yeah, it was fluff.
We got more at FanFest when he's like, WWE's way bigger.
Yeah, it was fluff. Karen's angle was not a very good thing. Like, she had one a few weeks earlier with Christian and basically just grills him like, hey, why haven't you picked a side here? He's like, I don't want to. I feel
everybody's doing what everybody's doing.
I've been doing their thing.
I've been doing it. He should have just did that.
It would have been great.
What would she do?
Yeah.
Night only for Mick Foley at Bound for Glory. Because of the personal nature of the relationship between Kurt and Karen Angle, Karen has chosen to step aside as the host of Karen's Angle to spend more time with her family.
And then later in the show, as Foley is making his way out to do a promo, commentators basically say, yeah, and that's going to be the last episode of Karen's Angle. She's taking some time off. She's going home.
She's going to Hollywood.
She's going to take care of the kids. Yeah, and that's it. So it's nice that they didn't bury her on the way out, you know?
They did. As soon as she left, they took her pictures off the TNA website. And then someone gave out to her, and a few days they put it back on.
Aww.
You're not getting along. Why are you here?
Well, JB, no matter what the situation is with my relationship with Kurt, he's still and always will be the father of my children, and I'm here tonight to give him my support.
With 15 minutes left, it's your main event. It's Kurt Angle versus the Monster Abyss. Steve, Abyss's entrance, what kind of perp do we get on it? Because when I was watching, I wanted a full perp, but he only got it like a...
Aww, a little...
I was so disappointed. Kurt's out last. Oh, do you like his Angle's fire jocks?
Yeah, it's something a bit different.
Ding, ding, ding. Comedy clubs in the corner by Abyss. He's like... Heyman did it to Kevin Owens at Elimination Chamber. Kevin Owens has his back to him, and then Heyman comes in there. What the hell? It's an amazing 0 HP off him with each shot. Angle regroups on the ramp and is clubbed and thrown back in. Abyss side slam and clotheslines Kurt out again. I was like, Jesus, Abyss, you have nothing. Come on. What's next? An ad break. Big choke. No. Kicks and Angle floors Abyss. Time to dissect the monster with kicks and clipping the knee. Shock treatment. Bam.
0 signal.
Way. What a 2.99 kick out.
Yeah, he kicks out at 2.99. He's the best ever at it.
How in the world? Kurt Angle able to get the shoulder up is beyond me because it looked like he broke his back, Mike.
Choke slam. Another late kick out. Kicks and Angle slam. Kick out. After laying on the mat, do you see it? It looks like a sweat stain leaving Abyss's prison number on the mat.
I did notice that, yeah.
It was amazing. Also really gross because he was just swimming at it. By the way, the number on his back, Park C03679. Couldn't find out what that means, but it's not his age. He was born in 73, so.
Okay.
Yeah. Gentle as you're gonna get it, powerbomb after having been scooped from Brett's rope. Angle gives up and bails to the outside, grabbing a chair, swiping Abyss, and gaining a DQ after 11:45. Post-match, immediately, Kurt Angle tries an ankle lock. No. So he does the deadliest move of all, which is he pulls up Abyss's jacket and he just breaks his back.
For a long time.
Like a giant cat. Just has a go on him. Oh, he's
like a giant cat.
Oh, I loved it.
Moxley watching at home going, ooh, yeah.
Adding a few blades and we're done. Like.
Yeah.
So what do you think about this one? Overall,
Obviously, I love Kurt Angle. Kurt's my favorite wrestler of all time. I like Abyss. This is around the time when he started to kind of break down a bit. He wasn't the same wrestler as he was like 2005 to 2007. But I enjoyed this because Kurt is so good, and they told a simple story of the big, powerful monster outpowering the crafty veteran amateur wrestler, and they went back and forth. So I enjoyed it. I know DQs are not a great ending, especially for main events, but neither of these guys should really be losing either, you know? So yeah, I was fine with it.
Abyss can take a loss. Do you know? He's not in the main event Mafia or the front line.
He should have been in the front line. It's ridiculous that he wasn't. He's been there for donkeys, you know?
Yeah, he's an OG.
Yeah.
He's that strong, he's that powerful. Justice able to catch Del Rios with a glancing blow, and then side slams him to the mat.
Yeah, same as Steve. I enjoyed this match. I thought it was not quite pay-per-view standard, but certainly more than any of the other matches we've watched on this episode of Impact. I mean, this is actually one that you could imagine being third last on a pay-per-view card. Not bad at all.
Yeah. Like, honestly, if you give this match an extra 3-4 minutes, then it could have been on a pay-per-view.
What temperature was the bin at?
It was a scorching skip.
Okay. There we go. Ew. What do you have there for the finish?
Big brawl. Frontline Mafia brawl. You know what I liked a bit? So, there's run-ins and standard stuff, nothing new to see here. And then all of a sudden, Steiner comes walking down to the ring with a pipe. You know what? I quite like that they didn't insult our intelligence. Whose side is he on? Blah, blah, blah. Like, everyone knew what he was doing. Into the ring and start laying waste to the front line. And what I really loved about it was he didn't hit Little Petey Pump.
Yeah, that was so clever.
Yeah.
They don't make note of it as well. But he has 2 opportunities to hit him, and he doesn't. Because they're mates, and that supersedes whatever bollocks they're going on now. Now, he would actually throw Petey off a ladder in 2 weeks. And
that's a shame.
And that takes Petey out, so he's off TV for a bit. But, yeah.
Well, that's a fucking shame.
It also...
I wish I didn't do it in the same breath that
I liked this return, and I liked... It gave the rest of the Mafia time to recuperate, run into the ring, and clean house. And the show ended as it should, with the main event Mafia standing tall. Just annoyed me one thing. Booker, hurry up, get in the picture. You fucking missed your chance. Because he was helping Sharmell into the ring, and he missed his chance to get and stand.
And pose.
Because
they opened, was this last week where they were like, it's all about D5.
Yeah, that's it.
And we didn't get a picture of the 5.
Could have been, in your like pay-per-view build-up package, you get the 5 of them posing. It would have been really, really nice.
Street Fighter win pose, is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I do have the 5 silhouettes on my Main Event Mafia t-shirt, of course.
Ooh, hey.
Ooh, nice.
But I don't, there's no silhouettes on my Frontline t-shirt, though. Just so you know. But there is a silhouette on my Matt Morgan t-shirt.
Oh, okay. Man, big man for the silhouettes.
Silhouette good. Picture of someone's face bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
Half-naked man bad.
Yeah, really bad. Really bad.
So the heels destroy the TNA Originals, punctuated by AJ spitting in Sting's face, and receives a Scorpion Death Drop. The 5 members of the Main Event Mafia reign supreme as their theme hits.
Bing, bang, bing, bing, bang. Mirror.
Booker T, and they just got bigger. They just got even better with the addition of Big Papa Punk Scott Steiner.
Before we go on, can I just talk about one thing from next week's?
Like a smelly merc.
Smelly merc.
He's just looking for for, what is it, brownie points, Jim.
Brownie points?
He just wants a kiss off you. Right?
Woo!
I was like, Big Papa Pump came back. There's no way he doesn't cut a promo next week.
You can fly back to the Isles of Samoa, and the only question they'll ask is, who's the fat
the November 6th Impact. The Main Event Mafia open up the show and they introduce their newest member, their hitman, Scott Steiner. He says that he's been rehabbing for the past 4 months. Puts over the Main Event Mafia, saying they're the greatest group of champions to ever come together in the history of the wrestling business. And they do it for respect. Respect. They're the best and they've earned it. You guys in the back playing games, reading comic books, going online with each other to visit your Mark Wrestling sites to see if you got 4 or 5 stars. You just ask me and I'll tell you, you all suck.
That's great.
Then he says,
sorry, there's only one match in TNA that got 5 stars.
Okay, hold on. So I know it's going to be the triple threat.
Yes, very good.
Joe, AJ, Daniels, but Sacrifice. Oh, Unbreakable.
Bah, yes, very good. 2005, yeah.
Focusing on the action between the two, and then you forget that the champion was out. Look at that combination right there.
So Steiner has been burying the young guys in the back. He says he never heard of any of them before he signed with TNA, and he's been in the business for 22 years. Then he says that the only reason that they were in TNA is because they couldn't go anywhere else.
And before I came to TNA, I never heard of any of you punk.
The rest of the Main Event Mafia, you can see them in the background and they're trying to hold in their laughter. This madman goes out there and just says what pops into his head at any given second.
So solid.
Yeah. So like then, Joe and the rest of the crew come out, and Joe does have one great line. He says, "We would be offended if we could understand what the hell you just said."
Very good. Very good.
None of us here are denying what you've done. All I'm saying is, if we could understand half of what you said in the back, we might be offended.
Introducing from Detroit, Michigan, he is the genetic freak, big Alpha Pump, Scott Steiner.
Welcome to the Aftermath. What did you think of this Steiner Impact, OC?
Certainly not a patch on the last one. It seems like everything is going at 100 miles an hour, but yet nothing really happened between this week and last week. Obviously Steiner. Obviously Steiner joined the Main Event Mafia in the last 2 minutes of the show. That's great. Everything else up to that point was just more of the same that we saw in the previous week. So it's like, lads, you're going to need to actually have a plan and map this out over, we'll say, ideally, 9 months, and say we want to get to this point and this point and this point, and how are we going to get there, rather than just come out and say the same thing every week and have another match that doesn't mean anything. And eventually you're going to run out of steam. I know they're not going to do that, though. I know they're going to really hit their stride, I'd say, in the next few months.
Probably around lockdown.
Yeah.
Is that Sewell Bashir, is it?
No, that I think that's Genesis.
Oh, hey.
Lockdown, I think, is
Sting.
It's Foley.
Who is it now?
It's Foley. I found Countdown to Lockdown. I must read that in time for that.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I love it. What do you think?
I quite liked this show. I thought it was a bit more wrestling heavy. The show we covered last time out was very talky, but obviously it needed to be because they were coming off their biggest show of the year and they were setting up their next company-wide angle that's going to carry them for like the next year. So I get it, but at the same time I'm like, give me fucking wrestling, And there were some matches on this show that I really liked. Like, I liked the main event. The tag match with the baby faces versus the Main Event Mafia was good. It was nice to see Tanahashi. I liked the opening promo. All of that stuff was good. Like, my biggest gripe is I don't like the characters of Samoa Joe and AJ Styles. I don't have anything to cheer them on for. But yeah, overall, I'm really, really digging TNA.
Fantastic. Yeah, much better pace than last week. Huge improvement. If you could just cut out Roxxi, cut out that completely and add Abyss and Morgan to the front line, it would have really helped because they could have been at the promo stuff at the start of the show and just talked to Angle there so they didn't have to do their shit. And take it easy with the in-show advertising. I probably didn't give out about this enough during it, but every time we go to ad break and come back from ad break, there's a quick 30-second cross the line. AJ Styles, he's pretty decent and we should cheer him. Does the moves. But, you know, it is like a cohesive vision here, a hard sell, putting over the division formed between the veterans and the originals. Choose a side, cross the line. Also cross the line and watch TNA, which you're already doing if you're hearing what we're doing. But overall, thumbs up, very happy. Can't wait for some more longer matches. But you gotta wait until next time, a turning point for that. Ooh, let's hit the wrestling is murder.
Yep.
Awesome segment. So it's our 12th anniversary, and I thought, what cooler way to get the highest fan-voted segment as voted by our fans, get that in animated form. Hey, let's check out Andre's shirt. Halloween Havoc 95, Makoto.
Yes.
Let's do it.
What happened?
Blank checks, brother. Huntington Beach, Jack. Hogan's giving a press conference and is interrupted by the Giant, who strips and hurls his t-shirt at the Hulkster, saying it's so fucking stupid. It's his dad's shirt he's wearing.
Remember this, Hogan?
It's a fucking t-shirt. I remember your dad.
He was also fond of shirts.
Is it the shirt that Andre wore in The Princess Bride? The fat pile of Statlick? With the fumbly bumblies hanging off.
Hogan's like, yes. Yeah, it's his art. Oh. Alright, strap yourself in. Hogan's summoned to the Dungeon of Doom's lair, where the Giant explodes out from a wall and attacks Hogan, dude. Next week, the Taskmaster, dressed as a woman, attacks Hogan. Mean Gene says, "There's a woman!" With a K.
It needed more like Dr. Schultz, remember? Hulk Hogan, he wanted a woman!
It was a woman!
But didn't Flair also do this gimmick with Hogan? Didn't he wrestle a match dress as a woman once?
With the fucking petticoat and the skirt. Oh my god. And finally, the Giant, in a monster truck, runs over Hulk's Harley. So we've got a joint main event. Hogan and Giant will go bumper to bumper in a monster truck sumo match, and then have a world title match. Oh, fucking, my head hurts from that.
The back of my head is actually a bit sore as well. Oh, it's magic. The biggest, most expensive match in history that began because of a frilly shirt. Amazing.
And that does it for OSW 118 is on the books.
In the pocket.
Out of sight.
Yeah, will Booker T keep his Legends Championship? Will Angle get some alone time with Jeff Jarrett? Will Sheikh Bashir ever reach those heights again? Find out next time on OSW at TNA Turning Point. Yeah, so how did this one go for you, mate?
Was this is its own show, is it?
Oh yeah, big time.
Oh, twofer.
Yeah, been recorded for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That motherfucker's not getting 2 in 1.
Yeah, I love that. Very good, sir. Very good.
What temperature has it been at now? Is it nice? Is it public?
I'm not a preheater, to be honest with you.
In your oven?
No, I don't go with preheating.
Do you just like
straight in the bin?
You're gonna burn it anyway.
I just put the food straight in the bin.
It saves a lot of time. What do you think, V1?
Great crack. Love it. I be loving this arc.
We be loving this. I don't know what happened.
I be loving this bin.
Oh, it's I think it's roasting here. Roasting at 180.
Yeah.
Perfect temperature to, open Foley's leg. Stick in the turkeys. I don't know that analogy. Fantastic. We're a couple episodes deep of the OSW TNA main event Mafia story arc. Next time it's TNA Turning Point. Can't wait to see what happens. Ooh, if you want to see it whenever we finish editing it, but before it clears copyright, so a couple of days early, maybe a week, who knows? You can slip us a couple of bucks at
nuggeru.oswreview.com.
Ooh, and there's a couple of deleted scenes episodes where a hot dog and grandstand about stuff we've already done and things you know about already. Yow! Get in there. And OSE, $5, please.
For what?
Just
for the Nugger You thing.
Yeah, just give me $5.
I'd rather keep the $5.
Bollocks. So it's a goodbye. that's the pitch. So it's a goodbye from B1.
Take a boo.
And OSE. And myself, the 2.5-time Golden Dogger Award winner, Jay Hunter. And remember, a winner is you. Oh!